Baseball from Dodger Stadium. Vail next on the show. Clayton Kershaw will be on the mound for the boys in blue. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Ready for some daytime baseball. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike 1. Eric, your Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon, they've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And after the loss in the opener of the series, that was a much-needed win yesterday. So they can look to win this series. Just take care of business here.
1 away. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting lineup. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, as usual, opposing pitchers have to be careful when dealing with Carlos Gonzalez. He's gone deep 5 times in the last 10 ball games. Clearly, he's seen the ball really well right now.
DJ LeMahieu will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Yeah, Rusty Valentine. What a great name. Besides that, he's known for being pretty spot on when it comes to calling pitches on the corners. If he misses one, it's usually up or down.
And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Utley's up with it. Throw on to first will take care of him, and Kershaw is in control now, 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Nolan Arenado will take his first cuts now. He was responsible for both of his club's runs batted in last night's ball game.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Kershaw into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Ooh, he saws him off with that one.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Number 32 is on the mound for the Rockies in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2. You're going to have to pitch real well in this one to keep that ERA as minuscule as it is.
Chris Taylor Comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Chris Taylor.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Hit hard to the, and another foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
Into the box, Corey Seager. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Hit hard to short. Story comes up with it. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Yeah, he nearly bailed him out here at first base. Let's check the scoop on show motion. He looks to be in good position to dig this ball out, but he just doesn't want to stay in the pocket. Close, but not quite. I know how he feels.
Justin Turner will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well. So there's a lot of extra base hits that go along with that stellar average.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Runners on first with 1 down. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes on 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fly ball out toward left center field. Blackmon's after it. 2 down. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we get to watch one of the best fielding teams in the league. They can go out and get the ball as well as anybody in all of baseball. Makes pitching a lot easier.
Cody Bellinger will stand in, and with numbers like that, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. He's set. Here it comes. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
The 0-1. Runner goes for second. This is skied into short left center. Desmond sprinting after it, and that ends the inning. On to the second now at Dodger Stadium with no score. Mark Reynolds makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. Hit hard down the right field line. Kershaw looks in. Here's the 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in, and perhaps unsurprisingly, the numbers tell us he's a much better hitter versus right-handers than he is against lefties. A surprise now from a manager that typically doesn't like to shift. He signaled his infield to overload the right side. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
The windup and the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Now a swing and a ground ball. Turner's got it. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now.
Well, with 2 strikes, he's got to protect up there, even on a curveball that's a borderline strike. But he could only manage to get this one off the end of his bat, and it winds up being a simple little ground out.
Standing in now, Ian Desmond. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 10 home runs and 28 RBIs. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Kemp giving chase, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he is in the scoring position at second with their first hit, a 2-out double.
Well, the average is clearly not where he wants it to be, but you wouldn't know it by that swing right there. Pitch selection has been a problem for him, but this is right out over the plate. And this might help him get back into a positive state of mind.
Now a look and a throw back to second, and he's back standing.
Keeping an eye on him.
In is the catcher Jonathan Lucroy, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Again, he sends it out of play. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Matt Kemp will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, when you have a rough day at the plate, it's all about letting it go. You can't dwell on it for too long.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And that's cut on and missed by Kemp as they move ahead of him now 0-2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Hit on the ground to short. Story is there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting 6.
Yasiel Puig will get his first opportunity here. took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Puig is retired, 2 down now.
That's a real good sinker there. You can see this ball's in the dirt by the time he's committed to this swing. That's a nice job behind the plate at cleaning up and getting that put out at first.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Comes into this one at 271. 4 home runs and 19 driven in. 2 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground towards second. LeMahieu's got it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We've played 2 full, and we are tied 0-0. Trevor Story will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
Kershaw gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Back to work now is Kershaw as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man, 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Yeah, this was right to the catcher's glove. I mean, he hardly moved, but he was just set up a little too far off the plate to get the call.
Ready on 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You can bet they'd love a ball 4 here. Now, that would let this guy have a shot to bunt him over.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third, the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Wow, and he hasn't missed a beat since his last start. Remember, he had 9 strikeouts in that one, and he's well on his way to a similar performance right here.
Number 32 will get his first cuts here. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Taylor moves over, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Charlie Blackmon will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Not really a good at-bat there. Forget getting out, but he didn't see any pitches as well.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
The 1-0 delivery. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down the third baseline. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
You see here from above, since he's left-handed, he's got the third baseman playing well off the line. I don't know if this is exactly where he intended to hit the baseball, but it works out for him.
Now a snap move over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Definitely a steal situation here. When your leadoff guy gets on with 2 outs, I'd expect to see him go within the first few pitches.
Here comes the 0-1. Called strike 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Third inning, no score to this point. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it. 1-2.
That big curveball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Puig is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Rockies strand 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Yasmani Grandal will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s.
And, you know, he's coming into this one licking his wounds a little bit. His average on the season is still good, but he's really scuffled over the last month or so.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1.
And, you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Blackmon going back, still going back. But he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And maybe a chance for our first run. He's in with a leadoff double.
Well, we haven't seen a run cross the plate yet, but we nearly had one right there. Here's another look at it. This gets all the way out to and off of the wall. And now he cruises into second with a double.
Clayton Kershaw will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
And he'll try to get that runner to third, but this one gets fouled. Now the 0-1. And this is lined right back up the middle. But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
And don't forget, for a pitcher, this guy can swing it pretty well. Just a little bit unlucky right there, but he hit that ball pretty good.
Into the box now, Chris Taylor. On the ground up the middle. Story on the grass, and he throws it away. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. The tag gets one, and they will apply the tag between first and second. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More ahead from Dodger Stadium right after this. Nolan Arenado is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Kershaw's ready. Here it is on 0-1. Line drive to left. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Here's Mark Reynolds as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now. Swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. So with a runner at first and 1 gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And as you see there, just 1 mile an hour separating these two arms so far. 96 on one hand, 95 on the other. Carlos Gonzalez stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
And he falls behind 0-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Stepping in now, Ian Desmond, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. 2-0.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
The 2-0 on the way. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch on the ground near home. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for Colorado. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Corey Seager is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Starts him out with a sinker that's inside. 1-0. And he misses again. 2-0. Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike 1. He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
In now, Justin Turner. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently tops on the ball club in that department as we approach the All-Star break.
And guys, that's a bigger deal than people realize. Usually the guy with the most doubles is also leading in other categories like runs or RBIs. He's a big part of their offense.
Cody Bellinger is at the plate as he watches ball one. For Turner, make it 21 doubles now on the year. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder, Matt Kemp.
Matt Kemp steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
From the stretch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a throw over and the runner back safely. Here comes the 1-0. Hit the other way out toward right field. And Gonzalez.
And you know, guys, that's where his power is, out there to right center. But he didn't get all of this one, and he's retired.
Into the box now, Yasiel Puig. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. 2 out with the man at first. Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
Drilled right back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Sent on the ground out to second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Only 1 in the inning here for the guys in blue. We played 4 full. Dodgers lead this one 1-0. Jonathan Lucroy Heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. The pitch count there. One pitch into his fifth inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
2-0 count and the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders.
Well, it's just business as usual for him, Matt. He leads the National League in that category. So far this year, nobody's had an answer for his stuff. He's been dominant. Not only that, but the defense behind him has been rock solid as well.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Trevor Story comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Ripped down the first base line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball.
Well, this is just excellent plate coverage here. I mean, this is a guy that uses the entire field. And you'll see him just reach that bat out there and slap it down the first baseline for a base hit.
Into the box, number 32, as Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Just checking.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
So striding in, Charlie Blackmon, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball one. So now, after very few problems the first few innings, he's got himself into quite a pickle here.
And it's no surprise, it's the top of this lineup that's giving him fits.
Kershaw comes set. 1-0 on its way. Ball 2 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Had a good cut there, but he can't time the breaking ball. That evens us at 2-2.
Boy, that curve of his is so darn tough, especially right on the heels of that fastball. It's 20 miles an hour slower, and it dips down hard at the end.
And, oh, a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Yeah, that's two really good breaking balls in that sequence. Here's the last one, and at the plate, he's probably thinking, I'm not going to see that same pitch again, but they go right back to it. They double up with it, and they get him to swing and miss again.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
And in a spot like this, first and second with two-way, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
0-1, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. One more look at the full extension catch that strands 2 men on the base paths. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Yasmani Grandal comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yasmani Grandal.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one. There's his total now, just into his 5th inning of work. Nothing too out of the ordinary there.
The pitch count's the least of his worries. If his guys don't get him any runs, I don't think it'll matter all that much.
And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now, that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
On the ground, softly towards second. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
The pitcher, number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Into the windup and the pitch. And that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Got him.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these 2 guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Chris Taylor steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. Around first, heading for second now. Around second. He'll try for third. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Now batting, shortstop.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his second hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Here's Corey Seager, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Hit slowly back to the mound. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. One left for LA, but they're up 1-0. Nolan Arenado will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Mark Reynolds, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. On to first, as Reynolds is a ground out victim here, 2 away.
Right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez.
Carlos Gonzalez will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Well, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. They still trail 1-0. Justin Turner will start things out for the Dodgers in their half of inning number 6.
Justin Turner.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
So that's a pair of hits for him now this afternoon as he lines that one sharply into right. And as you can see there on the team leaderboard, he's currently tops on the ball club in that department as we approach the All-Star break.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hitting machine for them.
Now a right-hander has started to get loose in the Colorado bullpen. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Cody Bellinger is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses 1-2.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Nobody out, runner on first. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he got him.
And he's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball. And there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
So a runner at first now with 1 away. And stepping forth is the left fielder, Matt Kemp. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to Reynolds, and they turn it a double play. Side retired. 1 hit's all they get. 7th inning coming up. LA's on top, 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Ian Desmond will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
First offering on its way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Shadows starting to fall over this Southern California afternoon as it's been a good contest so far.
It really has. You know, both pitchers, they've been as advertised. It's been a tightly played game, and the scoreboard shows it.
That evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard toward the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. So the possible tying run is aboard here to start the 7th. The throw into second, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot. A couple more of these could get him right back into it.
Jonathan Lucroy will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. That's 12 doubles now on the campaign. No one out with a runner at second. A throw behind the runner at second. Back in standing. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
And you can tell he's starting to get a little jumpy out there. He's got to take his time and really focus in on the glove.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. You cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Set to deliver on 3-0. That's on the outer edge, 3-1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
Yeah, a lot of strikeouts for these guys, but not too many walks. In fact, no walks until this at-bat right here. That's their first of the ball game.
Trevor Story will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
Here's the 1-0. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were two tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Big rip at the curveball, but he comes up empty, and it's even at 2-2.
And that's a case where he's just trying to do anything to get his guys on the board.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And you can't afford another base runner here. So whatever your best pitch is, whatever one you feel most comfortable with, that's the one you want to turn to.
Skied into straightaway right. Puig waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 32.
Number 32 will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Kershaw still unscored upon here through 6 1/3 innings. And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2.
He knows his job is to hang on to the lead for his team, but with a guy in scoring position, he's got to do something to come up big. Not a whole lot bigger situation to come up with a strikeout than right there. He's fired up about it, but he's still got some work to do right now. He's not out of this thing yet.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Runners left in scoring position. One of the big keys to this ball game so far. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 2 left for Colorado. It remains 1-0. Yasiel Puig steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the first pitch to him. Scorched to third. Gloved by Arenado. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
This is a big inning here. You're down only 1 with the heart of the order coming up next time you get in, so that's a good first step.
1 gone now in the LA 7th, and making his way in is the second baseman Chase Utley. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. To his right, Story. Throw to first, and Utley's retired. 2 gone.
The catcher, number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Yasmani Grandal will step in. A ground-out victim as last time. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Ooh, that is one of the best he's thrown this afternoon.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
High and deep to right center. Blackman looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Clayton Kershaw will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball called for strike 2.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
The 0-2 delivery. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. One for the Dodgers on the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 2-0 LA. Brandon Morrow will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Brandon Morrow.
Leading off the inning, DJ LeMahieu, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And he lays off there 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Taylor on the move, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
You saw the numbers when he came in a minute ago. He is yet to give up an earned run this year, so you can't ask for a whole lot more than that from one of the keys to your bullpen.
Nolan Arenado ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike one. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far. As on cue, we give you a look at our starter comparison for these two guys in our 2-0 ball game. Mark Reynolds will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least one across before the 9th.
Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. And he takes ball 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Here he comes on 2-0. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Hit hard back up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First delivery to him on the way. And Morrow uses the fastball to get ahead. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A runner on first with 2 away. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And Gonzalez lays off as he goes to 2-1 now. Pause, now the pitch. Grounded to the right. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rockies strand 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Adam Ottavino is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Adam Ottavino.
Chris Taylor leads it off for the boys in blue here in the 8th at Dodger Stadium.
Chris Taylor.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Corey Seager comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it gets right by him and on into center field.
Here's a situation where there's a new reliever out there. You know he's going to be focused on getting ahead, and boom, you take off on the first pitch. Now you've really given him something to think about.
A runner at second, nobody out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Chop to the right side. Should get the runner to third. And he's retired here, 1 away. Very brisk pace to the ballgame thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Justin Turner strides forward now with a very important insurance run standing over at third.
Yeah, this one's been a well-played, close game, so that's a big run down there.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
One out and a runner on third. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Desmond, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Could be a big insurance run right there. You'll take anything you can get at this point, and that pushes a lead up to 3, so he'll be getting some high fives in that dugout.
Cody Bellinger digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, they got him on a breaking ball, so now we'll see if they try to put him away with soft stuff again if they get that chance.
Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
Now after that sac fly, this is where you got to just clear the deck and start this inning over.
The 1-0 delivery. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Yeah, sometimes you give a power hitter like this a fastball at eye level, and he just can't help himself.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
2 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. As that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
This is line to left, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Now batting, left fielder, Mac.
Here you go. Let's check this out in show motion. Look at him pick up that front leg, bring it down to get set, and then bang! Right down the left field line. That's a great look there.
So here's Matt Kemp now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Two out with the man at first. Here's a look over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another throw over. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him.
Boy, what a time for that. This late in a tight ball game, in any ball game.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
And now here 1-2. This is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
2 out here and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Only 1 in the inning here for the guys in blue. 9th inning coming up. Dodgers out in front, 3-0. Kenley Jansen is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Kenley Jansen.
Ian Desmond will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, and whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A solo home run that time for Ian Desmond. Number 11 for him on the season. And the Rocks are on the board. It's now a 3-1 game.
One rule for being a successful closer, you gotta keep the ball in the ballpark. Well, he's still got a lead to work with after this home run, but his margin for error is pretty much gone now.
Now batting, catcher.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. That last home run checks out officially at 432 feet. Hit out towards second, right to Utley. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
Trevor Story digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Belanger is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting.
Yeah, this pitch absolutely eats him up. The barrel just sort of drags through the strike zone, and this winds up an easy pop-up to first.
Gerardo Parra will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8, Gerardo Parra.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Jansen's ready. 0-1 on its way. And there's a swing and a miss, so the Rockies find themselves down to their final strike now.
He's come back strong since giving up the leadoff home run. Doesn't look like it's fazed him at all.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Well, he did serve up the home run here to make this one a little bit more interesting. But in the end, he does get the job done, and he nails down the save.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Clayton Kershaw. Talk about a worthy recipient. He's our tops player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. Gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 outs. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 3-1. So long from Southern California.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious Dodgers. 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Rockies, 1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42 minutes. A reminder that post-game bus service on Metro bus routes 2, 3, and 4 is available at the corner of Sunset Boulevard and Elysian Park Avenue.